When a woman is deeply attracted to you, she often says everything without uttering a single word. Her body becomes her language, a secret code that reveals what she's feeling beneath the surface. Attraction is primal, it's instinctual, and it bypasses logic. Even the most confident woman cannot fully hide it when her heart and body are aligned. This is why paying attention to the small, unconscious signals is so powerful. When a woman likes you deeply, her posture changes when you enter the room. She unconsciously leans toward you as if she's being pulled in by a magnetic force, even when she's trying to play it cool. Her shoulders may relax, her lips part slightly, and her body subtly faces you, even if her words are casual and light. These tiny cues happen before she can control them, and they reveal the truth her mind might be too afraid to say out loud. One of the clearest signs of deep attraction is the way her pupils react when she looks at you. Science shows that when someone is drawn to another person, their pupils naturally dilate, giving their gaze a soft, almost dreamy quality. You might notice her holding eye contact just a little longer than necessary, like she's lost in the moment. At other times, she might quickly look away and then glance back again, revealing her inner conflict between desire and self-control. If she's constantly finding excuses to look at you, whether you're speaking or not, it's because she's captivated by your presence. Her eyes will often betray what her mouth refuses to admit, so watch closely for those lingering looks. This is why they say the eyes are windows to the soul. They tell the story of attraction before words ever catch up. Touch is another undeniable form of silent communication. And when a woman is deeply attracted to you, she will seek subtle, non-threatening ways to create physical closeness. It might begin innocently, like a light touch on your arm when she laughs or brushing against you as she walks past. These moments may seem accidental at first, but they are rarely random. She might find ways to sit closer than necessary, rest her hand near yours, or lean in when she talks. This is her body's way of expressing desire while still preserving mystery. Sometimes she may even play with her jewelry, twirl her hair, or adjust her clothes while looking at you. These movements are subconscious acts of grooming, signaling that she cares about how you perceive her and wants to draw your attention. If you notice her initiating touch more often than anyone else, it's a strong indicator that she feels a deep pull toward you. Mirroring is another powerful sign of deep attraction, and most men completely overlook it. When a woman likes you, her body will naturally begin to mimic your movements without her even realizing it. If you lean back, she might lean back too. If you take a sip of your drink, seconds later, she might do the same. This is her subconscious way of creating harmony and connection with you. It's like her body is saying, "We are in sync." This behavior comes from a deep psychological place because humans are wired to mirror those we feel connected to or want to bond with. You might even notice that her tone of voice shifts to match yours, or her breathing syncs up when you sit closely together. It's subtle, but once you start paying attention, you'll see how her actions reflect her inner attraction. Her nervous energy is another unspoken clue. Even the most composed woman can become slightly flustered when she's deeply drawn to someone. You might see her fidgeting with her hands, playing with her phone, or laughing a little louder than usual when you're around. She may stumble over her words or blush when you compliment her. This nervousness doesn't mean she's shy or insecure. It means you affect her deeply. Her body reacts because your presence activates her emotions on a visceral level. Sometimes, she might try to mask this by acting overly confident or teasing you playfully. Other times, she'll grow quiet and reserved, overwhelmed by her own feelings. Either way, her shift in behavior around you compared to others is a telling sign of her attraction. Even her breathing can reveal more than you think. When a woman is near someone she's deeply attracted to, her breathing pattern subtly changes. It might become quicker when you're close, or she might take a deep breath before speaking as if steadying herself. These are unconscious bodily reactions triggered by heightened emotional and physical arousal. While it's not always easy to detect, if you pay close attention, you'll notice these small shifts in rhythm. They're like whispers from her body, telling you she's feeling something intense. Attraction creates tension, and that tension always finds a way to express itself, even through something as natural as breathing. The way she positions herself in a group setting also holds powerful clues. If you're at a social gathering and she's deeply attracted to you, she will unconsciously orient her body toward you, even if she's speaking to someone else. Her feet may point in your direction, her torso will face you, and she'll subtly angle her chair closer. These are signals of inclusion. Her way of silently inviting you into her space. Even if she's engaged in conversation with others, she will remain attuned to where you are in the room. She'll notice when you leave, and her energy may shift when you return. This heightened awareness of your presence comes from a deep emotional connection she may not yet be ready to voice. Another layer of body language to watch for is how she reacts when other women are around you. If she's deeply attracted to you, even if she hides it well, her body will betray subtle flashes of protectiveness or jealousy. She might lean closer, touch you more often, or assert her presence in a way that distinguishes her from the crowd. Her tone might shift, or she may suddenly become quieter, observing the dynamic closely. This isn't about drama or insecurity. It's an instinctive response to feeling like her connection with you is being challenged. These are primal signals, See, deeply rooted in human behavior, and they reveal emotions she may not dare to verbalize. All of these signs, her gaze, her touch, her nervous energy, her positioning, are like pieces of a puzzle. Alone, they may not mean much, but when combined, see, they paint a clear picture of her feelings. The beauty of this silent language is that it allows you to see beyond words, to understand what she feels even when she's too guarded or scared to tell you. See, a woman may try to mask her attraction with casual conversation or polite smiles, but her body will always reveal the truth. If you train yourself to observe and interpret these subtle cues, see, you'll never again be left guessing where you stand with her. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, one of the clearest ways she shows it is by prioritizing you without you ever having to ask. This isn't about convenience or obligation. It's about desire. People naturally make time for what matters most to them, no matter how busy their schedules may seem. When she likes you deeply, she will find ways to include you in her life, even if it means rearranging her plans or sacrificing personal comfort. You'll notice she responds to your messages faster than she does with others, not because she feels pressured, but because talking to you brings her excitement and joy. See, she'll carve out moments in her day, whether it's a quick phone call before bed or a coffee meetup during a hectic week, simply because she genuinely wants to see you. See, this kind of prioritization is never forced. It flows naturally from her attraction and emotional investment. The effort she puts into staying connected is often subtle but consistent. She may remember small details about conversations you've had, bringing them up weeks later to show that she's listening and invested. If you mention a project you're working on or a challenge you're facing, she'll check in about it later, demonstrating that your world matters to her. Even if she has a demanding job, family responsibilities, or a packed social calendar, she will still make room for you. This is because attraction, when genuine, creates a natural pull that compels her to stay close. See, women are intuitive nurturers by nature, and when they care deeply, they prioritize in ways that often go unnoticed. It's not just about showing up physically, it's about being emotionally present and making you feel seen, heard, and valued without needing to fight for her attention. This kind of prioritization often reveals itself through the sacrifices she's willing to make. Maybe she skips a night out with friends because she knows you've had a rough day and want company. Perhaps she stays up late talking with you even though she has to wake up early the next morning. See, these are quiet sacrifices that speak louder than words. She doesn't announce them or keep score because her motivation comes from a place of deep affection rather than obligation. A woman who prioritizes you deeply does so not because she's trying to impress you, but because her feelings for you have created a natural sense of devotion. This is one of the purest forms of attraction, when someone chooses you freely, see, without expectation of reward, simply because being with you feels right. Pay attention to the way she responds when you need her. When you're sick, overwhelmed, or going through a hard time, she will instinctively step forward rather than pull away. She'll check and offer help, or just be there to listen. Even when she can't physically be present, she will make her presence felt through thoughtful gestures, encouraging words, or consistent communication. This kind of emotional support is a clear sign that you occupy a special place in her life. Women don't offer this level of care to everyone. It's reserved for those they truly value and feel deeply connected to. If she consistently shows up for you, especially during difficult moments, it's because her feelings run deeper than casual attraction. Another sign of prioritization is her willingness to integrate you into her inner circle. A woman who is deeply attracted to you won't keep you hidden away from the people who matter most to her. She'll invite you to events with her friends, mention you in conversations with her family, and slowly weave you into the fabric of her life. This doesn't happen overnight, but as her feelings grow, she will naturally want to share her world with you. This level of inclusion is a powerful indicator that she sees you as more than a temporary presence. See, it means she's envisioning a future where you play a significant role. When a woman takes this step, it's not just about public acknowledgement. It's about emotional trust and vulnerability, showing you that you're important enough to be part of her most meaningful relationships. Prioritization also shows up in the little ways she accommodates your needs and preferences. Maybe she remembers how you like your coffee and surprises you with it. Perhaps she chooses a restaurant based on your favorite food or adjusts plans to fit your schedule. These small gestures might seem insignificant, but they reveal a great deal about her mindset. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, she naturally considers your comfort and happiness alongside her own. It's not about losing herself or constantly compromising. It's about creating a balance where both of you feel valued. These actions demonstrate that she's paying close attention to you and genuinely wants to contribute to your well-being. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and when someone gives you theirs freely, it's a profound expression of love and attraction. Notice how she reacts when you suggest spending time together. Does she light up and eagerly agree? Or does she hesitate and make excuses? A woman who prioritizes you will rarely leave you wondering where you stand. Even if she can't see you immediately, she will suggest alternative times because she genuinely wants to be around you. This is different from someone who keeps you at the bottom of their list, offering vague promises without follow-through. When a woman's attraction is deep, her actions will align with her feelings, See, and her availability will reflect her emotional investment. This prioritization isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's as simple as her remembering your schedule, cheering you on before an important meeting, see, or texting you good luck before a big event. These are quiet, consistent actions that demonstrate care and devotion. It's easy to overlook them if you're only focused on grand romantic gestures, see. But the truth is that real attraction often shows itself in the daily, ordinary ways someone chooses to show up for you. These moments create a foundation of trust and intimacy that can't be faked. They reveal a level of consistency that words alone could never capture. It's important to understand that prioritization comes from genuine desire, not from pressure or manipulation. See, you should never have to beg for someone's time or compete for their attention when they truly care. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, her actions will make it clear without you needing to chase or demand validation. She will invest in the relationship willingly, because doing so brings her joy rather than burden. This is why observing her behavior over time is crucial. It separates fleeting infatuation from lasting emotional connection. See, her consistent effort is the clearest proof of how she feels, even when she hasn't yet found the words to say it. The beauty of being prioritized is that it creates a sense of safety and security in the relationship. When you know someone values you enough to make time for you, it allows vulnerability to flourish. It builds trust because you no longer have to question whether you matter to them. See, this is the gift of deep attraction. It motivates a woman to consistently show up, invest, and nurture the connection. If you pay attention to her actions rather than her words alone, you'll be able to see the depth of her feelings clearly. Her prioritization is not just about what she does for you, but about how she rearranges her world to make space for you in it. The eyes have a language of their own, a silent and unfiltered expression of what someone truly feels. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, her eyes will betray her emotions long before her words ever do. You'll notice a particular softness in her gaze, a warmth that seems to reach beyond the surface. She might hold your eyes a little longer than usual, as if she's lost in the connection between you. Other times, she may quickly look away when you catch her staring, only to glance back again moments later. This push and pull of eye contact reveals a powerful inner struggle between desire and restraint. It's as though she's afraid of giving too much away, yet unable to fully hide her feelings. When a woman feels this strongly, see, her eyes almost seem to sparkle around you, radiating an unspoken attraction that words could never fully capture. Lingering eye contact is one of the clearest indicators of deep emotional connection. It's not just about looking, it's about being seen truly and completely. When she's around others, her gaze may be casual, polite, or fleeting. But when she looks at you, there's an unmistakable intensity. See, this is because attraction heightens awareness and pulls her focus toward you like a magnet. Even in a crowded room, her eyes will find you again and again, as if everything else fades into the background. See, this behavior is instinctive and difficult to control. When you notice her eyes repeatedly seeking yours, it's a sign that you've captured not just her attention, but her imagination. These silent exchanges often speak louder than words, creating a private world that only the two of you share in that moment. Sometimes her eyes will reveal vulnerability in the most subtle ways. She may widen them slightly when she sees you, signaling excitement or surprise. See, her pupils might dilate without her realizing it, a biological response to heightened arousal and interest. Science has shown that when we are deeply drawn to someone, our bodies respond automatically, and the eyes are one of the clearest windows into this truth. This involuntary reaction can't be faked, making it one of the most reliable signs of genuine attraction. When you notice her pupils enlarging as you speak, see, it's as if her body is whispering the feelings her mind hasn't yet expressed. These physiological clues are subtle, but when combined with other signals, they form a powerful message of unspoken desire. See, her gaze may also shift depending on the emotional moment you're sharing. If you're speaking about something meaningful, she might look deeply into your eyes, fully present and engaged. In lighter, more playful moments, see, her eyes might dance with mischief accompanied by a teasing smile. These shifts in expression reveal her emotional investment in the interaction. A woman who is only casually interested will maintain neutral, polite eye contact. But a woman who feels deeply connected will display a dynamic range of emotions through her eyes alone. This variability is key. It shows that you're affecting her on multiple levels, stirring both her heart and her mind. See, the depth of her gaze reflects the depth of her attraction, giving you a glimpse into the emotions she may be too cautious to voice aloud. Even when she tries to hide her feelings, her eyes can reveal what she's holding back. If she's nervous about showing her attraction, she may glance at you when she thinks you're not looking. You might catch her stealing quick, almost imperceptible looks in your direction. See, this behavior often happens when a woman is trying to maintain composure while battling strong emotions. She doesn't want to be obvious, but her need to see you, to study you, overpowers her attempts at subtlety. These fleeting glances are incredibly telling because they come from pure instinct rather than deliberate action. If you find her eyes darting toward you repeatedly, especially when she quickly looks away after being caught, see, it's a strong indicator that you occupy her thoughts more than she wants to admit. The way she smiles with her eyes is another profound clue. A genuine smile isn't just about the lips, it's about the subtle crinkling around the eyes, known as a decode smile. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, her smiles will be full and authentic, radiating from her entire face. This kind of smile is different from polite or social smiles given out of courtesy. It carries warmth, joy, and a sense of connection that can't be faked. Pay attention to moments when you make her laugh or feel comfortable. If her eyes light up in tandem with her smile, it's a sign that she's emotionally invested in the moment and, by extension, in you. Her laughter and expressions become a reflection of the bond you share, deepening the silent conversation happening through her gaze. Context matters greatly when interpreting these signals. Notice how her eye behavior changes around you compared to when she interacts with others. If she maintains longer, more meaningful eye contact with you while offering only brief or casual glances to others, it highlights your unique place in her emotional landscape. This contrast can be especially revealing in group settings. While she may be speaking to someone else, her eyes will frequently flicker toward you, checking your reaction or seeking your attention. It's as if she's silently including you in her world, even when you're not directly involved in the conversation. This subconscious act of seeking your presence demonstrates that you hold a special significance for her, one that goes beyond mere friendship or politeness. Her eyes can also reveal longing when you're apart. If you reunite after some time apart, pay attention to the initial moment when your eyes meet. That first look often carries an intense wave of unspoken emotion. It might be a mixture of relief, excitement, or yearning, all conveyed in a single glance. This moment can feel electric, as if time slows down for just a second. Women who feel deeply attracted often struggle to mask this initial reaction, no matter how composed they try to appear. The intensity of that first look speaks volumes about how much she's missed you or how deeply she feels your absence. It's a raw and vulnerable glimpse into her inner world, one that words could never fully capture. There's also a protective quality to her gaze when she truly cares for you. If someone says something unkind to you or you're in an uncomfortable situation, her eyes will immediately shift to you with concern or defense. This reflexive response is driven by her emotional bond with you. Even if she doesn't speak up, her eyes will silently communicate her support and loyalty. Similarly, when you share a personal story or express vulnerability, her eyes will soften, showing empathy and understanding. These subtle expressions reveal the depth of her connection, proving that her attraction isn't just physical, but also deeply emotional. Her gaze becomes a mirror of her heart, reflecting the care and affection she feels. The beauty of these silent signals is that they create an unspoken dialogue between you. Through her eyes, she's telling you a story of attraction, curiosity, and emotional depth. It's a conversation without words, one that builds intimacy and trust. When you learn to read these cues, you gain insight into her feelings without forcing her to articulate them prematurely. A woman's eyes are her most honest communicator, offering glimpses into desires and emotions she may be too guarded to reveal outright. By paying attention to the nuances of her gaze, you not only understand her better, but also deepen the bond you share. This mutual recognition forms the foundation for connection that feels both thrilling and profoundly genuine. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, it goes beyond playful conversations and lighthearted interactions. It begins to show in the way she lets you into the deepest, most vulnerable parts of her life. Most women are naturally protective of their inner world. They don't share their secrets, fears, or private dreams with just anyone. It takes a special level of trust and emotional connection for her to open up. When she starts telling you about her childhood memories, the experiences that shaped her, or the challenges she has faced, it's a clear sign that she sees you as someone significant. This kind of sharing doesn't happen casually. It is a deliberate, intimate act that reflects her desire to form a deeper bond with you. The more she lets you in, the more she is silently showing that you are becoming part of her emotional core. You'll notice this trust growing gradually. At first, she may share light details, stories about her favorite movies, places she likes to visit, or funny memories with friends. But as her feelings deepen, the nature of her sharing changes. She begins to speak about her hopes for the future, her insecurities, and even the pain she has experienced. These are things she doesn't reveal to most people because they expose her softest, most unguarded self. When a woman reaches this point with you, it's a strong indicator that her attraction has moved from surface-level interest to genuine emotional investment. She is no longer trying to impress you or simply enjoy your company. She is allowing you to see her as she truly is, flaws and all. This is her way of silently saying, "I trust you with my heart." A powerful sign of this emotional openness is when she starts involving you in her dreams and aspirations. She might talk about her career goals, the life she envisions for herself, or the things she's always wanted to achieve. By sharing these ambitions, she's revealing her inner landscape and inviting you to be part of it. It's her way of letting you know that she's not just thinking about the present moment. She's imagining a future where you might play a significant role. This kind of sharing is incredibly vulnerable because dreams are deeply personal. They represent her desires, her passions, and sometimes even her fears of failure. If she feels comfortable enough to discuss these with you, it's a sign that her attraction is rooted in a meaningful emotional connection, not just fleeting chemistry. Another layer of this openness is her willingness to share her struggles. Many women instinctively hide their pain to appear strong or to avoid being judged. So when she begins to confide in you about the things that hurt her, it's a profound act of trust. She might tell you about a difficult family situation, a past heartbreak, or challenges she's currently facing in her life. These conversations are not meant to burden you. They are a way of showing that she feels safe with you. She trusts that you won't use her vulnerabilities against her or see her differently for having them. When a woman opens up in this way, it's an unmistakable sign that her feelings for you go beyond attraction. She sees you as a source of comfort and emotional stability, someone who can hold space for her in a way few others can. As her feelings deepen, you may notice her slowly bringing you into her social circle. She might invite you to meet her closest friends or even her family. This is a monumental step because it shows that she's not only opening up emotionally, but also integrating you into her real-world life. Women are highly selective about who they introduce to their inner circle, especially those they care about deeply. If she's taking this step, it's because she wants the people who matter most to her to see the person who matters most to her heart. It's a sign that she's proud to have you in her life and is considering a deeper, long-term connection. This kind of inclusion speaks volumes about the depth of her attraction and her readiness to move the relationship forward. When she shares her world with you, it's not just about words or introductions. It also shows in the way she includes you in her decision-making process. She might ask for your advice on important choices, whether personal or professional. She'll value your perspective not because she can't decide on her own, but because she respects and trusts your judgment. This is a subtle but powerful way of saying that your opinion matters to her and that she sees you as a partner in her journey. It's a clear sign that she doesn't just want you to be a passive presence in her life. She wants you to be actively involved in shaping it alongside her. Pay attention to how she reacts when you share your own vulnerabilities. A woman who is deeply attracted to you and emotionally invested will reciprocate the trust you show her. When you open up about your fears, struggles, or dreams, she won't shy away. Instead, she will lean in, offering understanding and empathy. This mutual exchange of vulnerability strengthens the bond between you. It creates a safe space where both of you can be your authentic selves without fear of judgment. When a woman reaches this level of emotional connection, her attraction to you transcends the physical. It becomes a deep, soulful connection that forms the foundation for lasting intimacy. Her willingness to share also manifests in small, everyday moments. She might send you random texts about things that reminded her of you or share personal updates about her day. These little glimpses into her life are her way of keeping you close, even when you're apart. It's not about constant communication, but about a consistent desire to include you in her world. These gestures may seem simple, but they are deeply meaningful. They show that she's thinking of you, that you occupy a significant place in her mind and heart. Over time, these small moments create a rich tapestry of shared experiences, weaving your lives more closely together. This level of sharing requires immense courage. Many people struggle with vulnerability because it exposes them to the risk of rejection or hurt. When a woman chooses to let you in despite these fears, it's a testament to how strongly she feels about you. She is essentially handing you a piece of her heart and trusting that you will handle it with care. This is why it's so important to recognize and honor this gift. When she shares her inner world with you, she's not just revealing her thoughts and feelings, she's inviting you into the deepest parts of her being. It's an unspoken way of saying, "You matter to me in ways I can't fully express." Understanding the depth of this act will help you see just how profound her attraction truly is. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, she will find ways to stay connected with you even without directly saying how she feels. This isn't always about long, romantic conversations or obvious expressions of desire. Often it's subtle, almost invisible. Like a soft thread she weaves between you and her. She might send you a random message in the middle of the day, not because she has something important to say, but simply to create a moment of connection. Sometimes it's a funny meme, a song that made her think of you, or a simple, "Hey, how's your day going?" These little check-ins might seem casual on the surface, but beneath them lies a deep longing to be part of your world. She's not just keeping in touch. She's making sure you never drift too far away from her thoughts. You'll notice that her efforts to stay connected aren't random. They often happen at moments when you least expect them. If she knows you have an important meeting, she might send you a good luck text that morning. If she senses you've had a rough day, she'll check in without you having to ask. These gestures show emotional attunement. She's paying attention to you, noticing your moods, and finding ways to support you. It's her silent way of saying, "I'm here and I care." When a woman feels this deeply, her need to maintain contact isn't about obligation or routine. It's about an internal pull that keeps drawing her toward you, a desire to be present in your life even when she can't physically be with you. Sometimes, her desire to stay connected will come through playfulness. She might tease you over text, start lighthearted conversations, or send you something just to make you laugh. This playful energy is a form of intimacy. It allows her to express attraction without having to confess it outright. By keeping the tone fun and engaging, she creates a space where you both feel comfortable and close. Underneath the teasing and jokes, however, is a deeper truth. She enjoys the bond you share and wants to keep nurturing it. If she consistently initiates these kinds of interactions, it's because she feels a strong emotional connection that she can't ignore. There are times when her attempts to stay connected may seem almost invisible, yet they carry profound meaning. She might comment on your social media posts, not just with generic responses, but with thoughtful or personal remarks. See, she could find excuses to mention things that remind her of you or casually bring up topics you've discussed before. These are subtle signals of her emotional investment. She's weaving you into her daily life, even in small ways. A woman who isn't interested won't go out of her way to create these connections. But when she's deeply attracted, she will actively seek opportunities to keep the dialogue alive, no matter how small those opportunities might seem to you. Another sign of her desire to stay connected is her willingness to initiate conversations. Many women wait for men to make the first move, especially in the early stages of a connection. But when her feelings grow stronger, she won't always wait for you to reach out. She'll send that first message, make that first call, or suggest spending time together. This takes courage because it exposes her vulnerability. See, it's her way of showing that your presence matters enough for her to take that risk. Even if her messages seem simple or casual, the very act of initiating contact is significant. It reveals that she's thinking about you and values your connection enough to nurture it proactively. Her efforts to stay connected will also show in the consistency of her communication. She doesn't have to text or call you every hour of the day. See, but there's a steady rhythm to the way she interacts with you. She won't disappear for long stretches without explanation or make you question where you stand. Instead, she will maintain a reliable presence in your life. See, letting you know through her actions that you're a priority. This kind of consistency is rare and valuable. It shows that she's not just interested in fleeting moments of attention. She's invested in building something lasting with you. See, when a woman is deeply attracted, her energy will reflect it through steady, meaningful connection. Sometimes her way of staying connected will extend beyond direct communication. She might create shared experiences that keep you linked, even when you're apart. For example, she could suggest watching the same show so you can talk about it later, or she might introduce you to a hobby she enjoys so you can bond over it. These shared points of connection become threads that tie your worlds together. They give her a reason to keep engaging with you while deepening your emotional bond. This isn't about control or manipulation. It's about building intimacy through shared experiences and mutual interests. It's her way of creating a bridge between her life and yours. There's also an element of emotional checking, and that reveals her attraction. When she senses distance between you, she will subtly reach out to close the gap. Maybe you've been quiet or distracted, and she notices the shift. See, instead of pulling back, she'll send a message or ask how you're doing, trying to reconnect. This behavior shows her emotional sensitivity and her desire to keep the relationship strong. A woman who doesn't care deeply won't notice these subtle changes, but one who's deeply attracted will be attuned to them. Her efforts to bridge the gap show that she's not just invested in her own feelings, she's invested in the health of the connection itself. Even the timing of her messages can reveal a lot. If she often reaches out during quiet moments, like late at night or early in the morning, it suggests you're one of her first or last thoughts of the day. These are intimate windows of time when people are most reflective and unguarded. Choosing to connect with you during these moments signals a level of closeness that goes beyond casual interest. It's as if she's inviting you into her private emotional space, even from a distance. This kind of timing carries emotional weight. Showing just how deeply you occupy her mind and heart. At the core of all these behaviors is her longing to be part of your life. A woman who is deeply attracted to you doesn't just want to know about your day. She wants to be woven into it. She will create opportunities for interaction, maintain a steady presence, and find ways to bridge any gaps that arise. Even when she doesn't say, "I miss you," her actions will communicate it clearly. Her constant efforts to stay connected are her way of silently telling you that you matter, that you are significant, and that she wants to hold on to the bond you share. These consistent gestures, both big and small, are a living testament to the depth of her feelings and the strength of her attraction.